Welcome to All Home Care Matters, the show where we discuss all things home care, with discussions on important age-related matters and topics. Brought to you by Enriched Life Home Care Services, the #1 rated home care provider in Michigan by Top Rated Local.
Hello, and welcome back to All Home Care Matters. If this is your first time visiting us here at the show, we want to say thank you for taking time out to be with us today. We appreciate how valuable everyone's time is, and that's why we try and make each episode here at All Home Care Matters something that will hopefully matter to you. Today's episode is the second installment of our Nutritional Health for Seniors 3-part mini-series. Our last episode covered tips for dementia and mealtime. Today, we are talking about healthy eating, specifically for seniors. First, we will be talking about what a well-balanced diet looks like. Then, we will go over how your needs and habits change and adapt with age. And finally, we will end with maintaining a healthy diet with age. Now, let's move on to the rest of the show. A well-balanced diet is something that most nutritionists and doctors will recommend for everyone, but even more so for older adults. Eating the right amount of foods that contain the nutrients we need can help us have the energy we need for the day, help our bodies work better longer, and can help with necessary weight loss or weight gain. Oftentimes, as we age, our eating habits change. Like we discussed last episode, we may not enjoy the foods we once did as we get older, and might start to pay less attention to the amount of food and the types of food we are consuming. It is important for older adults to maintain a well-balanced diet so that they can give their bodies what they need to thrive. As we age, we are not able to bounce back as much as we were when we were younger. Our metabolism's slow, and our digestive systems change. Sometimes the foods we used to eat on a regular basis makes us sick or is no longer satisfying. When we start to notice any of these changes, we should reevaluate our eating habits and see what changes we should be making. The USDA, or the U.S. Department of Agriculture, has created MyPlate as a tool to help make sure you are getting the nutrients you need. You can help your loved one take the MyPlate quiz to see what areas of their diet they may be lacking in. After they take the quiz, you can use the MyPlate app to help them set up an account and keep track of their diet information. You can find the quiz and even more information on eating healthy at www.myplate.gov. And you can also find the link in our show notes for today's episode. According to Healthline, 1 in 4 older Americans has poor nutrition. Having poor nutrition, as we talked about in our mini-series, puts you at risk of becoming overweight or underweight, and it can weaken your muscles and bones, and it also leaves you vulnerable to disease. Luckily, there's a relatively easy fix for poor nutrition. A well-balanced diet can help you maintain a healthy weight, stay energized, and get the nutrients you need, all while lowering your risk of developing chronic health conditions such as heart disease and diabetes. You may remember the food pyramid from when you were in school, but now MyPlate has taken place of the food pyramid. MyPlate states that as we age, healthy eating can make a difference in our health, help to improve how we feel, and encourage a sense of well-being. A well-balanced diet can literally change the way you feel how your body works. Every person's MyPlate is tailored to them and depends on many things, but generally speaking, women over 60 should be eating 1.5 to 2 cups of fruits a day, 2 to 3 cups of vegetables, 5 to 7 ounces of grains, 5 to 6 ounces of protein, and 3 cups of dairy every day. Men over the age of 60 should be eating 2.5 cups of fruit, 2.5 to 3.5 cups of vegetables, 6 to 9 ounces of grains, and 5.5 to 6.5 ounces of protein, and 3 cups of dairy a day. This is just a general idea of what older adults should be eating, but your doctor or a nutritionist can help you make a plan that is right for you. Now that you know what makes a well-balanced diet, let's move on to how our nutritional needs and habits can change with age. According to Healthline, as you get older, your nutritional needs, appetite, and food habits can change in several ways. The amount of calories we need to fuel our bodies for the day will most likely decrease with age, and our appetite will most likely diminish as well. Oftentimes, our sense of smell and taste weaken with age, which can cause a loss of appetite. Medical conditions worsen or develop with time and age, and can impact our appetites, our digestive systems, and causes us to have a restrictive or limited diet. Along with medical conditions comes medication. Many medications can cause a loss of appetite or cause symptoms that make eating difficult, like dry mouth, and some medications even require you to not eat certain types of foods while taking them. Oral problems can also arise with age. Many people need dentures as they get older, and they make eating more difficult for some, especially if they don't fit properly or you are just getting used to them. With advanced age comes a weakened immune system. A weakened immune system makes it easier for us to catch illnesses, including food poisoning and other food related illnesses. It is important to ensure your food doesn't have any odors or discoloration before you use it. And it's also a good idea to stick to the expiration or freshness guaranteed date. While the food may look normal, mold spores and bacteria can be invisible to the eye and cause you to become sick. Packaged and canned food items and frozen foods last longer than fresh items and can be safer to store for longer periods of time. They are also good to have on hand, especially if you have difficulties getting to or around the grocery store. Losing a loved one can also impact your daily habits and eating patterns. Healthline says you may feel depressed, which can lead to lower your appetite. If your family member did most of the cooking, you might not know how to prepare food for yourself. And some people simply choose not to eat rather than cook a meal for themselves. If you're finding it difficult to prepare food for yourself, talk to a family member, a trusted friend, or even your doctor. If you notice that your loved one isn't preparing foods or eating, try to bring them meals or invite them out to dinner. There are also local agencies like Meals on Wheels that can help get them meals to the seniors that they don't have to prepare. Talk to your local senior center to see what programs are available in your area. Healthy foods can be expensive, but they are also a necessity, especially as we get older. According to the National Council on Aging, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP, can help you afford healthy food when you need it. Over 4 million older Americans use SNAP to buy food, and the average senior receives $113 each month. You can visit benefitscheckup.org/GetSNAP to see if you qualify for the program. Now that you know how some of our nutritional needs and habits can change as we age, let's move on to our final section for today, maintaining a healthy diet with age. To maintain a healthy diet as we age, we should focus on nutrient-dense foods such as fruits and vegetables, beans and lentils, nuts and seeds, whole grains, low-fat dairy, and lean proteins. Since we normally require less calories as we age, it is important to make sure you are eating foods from these groups, since less calories usually means you are eating less. When you eat less food, the food you eat matters even more than it did before. You should also make sure you are eating enough fiber. Healthline says that fiber is essential for a healthy digestive system. Good sources of fiber include fruits and vegetables, beans and lentils, nuts and seeds, oats and oat bran, and whole grains. Eating foods rich in fiber can help you avoid constipation and other digestive issues. If you have trouble eating foods high in fiber, talk to your doctor about taking a fiber supplement instead. One trick to maintaining a healthy diet is to shop for convenience. Frozen or low sodium canned vegetables and frozen unsweetened fruit or low sugar canned fruit can be easier to prep than whole fruits and vegetables, and they last longer. Buying pre-cooked grilled turkey or rotisserie chickens can save you time when preparing meals and make it easier to prepare, especially if you are cooking just for yourself. Low sodium canned soup or stews make excellent and quick meals with zero work, and Pop Tops make them easier to open if you have arthritis. Bagged salad mixes and pre-cut veggies can be a great addition to any meal, and they already come pre-washed, so all you have to do is throw them on a plate or into the pan and dinner is done. Instant oatmeal makes a simple and quick, healthy breakfast, and you can add honey, peanut butter, or fruits on top to make it more filling and fun. Steamer bags of veggies in either the produce or freezer sections of the grocery store can make great side dishes that only take a few minutes in the microwave. Or you can throw on some rotisserie chicken and instant rice for a complete meal that took you no time at all. These convenient foods can make mealtime less stressful, but make sure you are always checking the nutritional information before you buy anything. Prepackaged foods often contain higher levels of sugar, fats, and salt, so watch out for products that have high levels of those listed. Staying hydrated is another important part of maintaining a healthy diet. Make sure you are consistently drinking water throughout the day. If you know that your loved one doesn't drink as much water as they should throughout the day, you can also try giving them tea and coffee, low sugar fruit juices, soups or fruits and vegetables with high water content like watermelon and celery. You can make fruit pops with their favorite fruits and juice during the hot months too. It's a nice treat for them and keeps them hydrated. Just like we talked about on the last episode, making mealtime a social event can help make sure your loved one is maintaining a healthy diet. Eating with your loved one can help make mealtimes enjoyable for them again, especially if they have recently lost a loved one in their life. Grief and depression can both suppress your loved one's appetite. Getting them out of their usual setting can sometimes help with depression. Taking them to their favorite restaurant or to somewhere new can be exciting and give your loved one something to look forward to. And they can also ask to use their senior discount when going out to eat. You can help sign them up for AARP to receive even more discounts if they haven't already. Visit aarp.org to learn more about what their benefits and offers are today. If your loved one is struggling with depression and you don't know what to do anymore, contact their doctor. They may be able to prescribe medication that may help or may recommend therapy. And your local senior center may also have grief and depression programs and resources that may help. As we get older, we should be limiting our salt intake, and with less salt, some foods can taste pretty bland. Experimenting with herbs and spices can be a good way to bring flavor back to foods without increasing the amount of salt. If your loved one enjoys gardening, you can bring them some kitchen herb pots so that they can grow their own herbs and spices. This is also a great way for them to enjoy a hobby they haven't been able to do if they have mobility issues. Encouraging your loved one to maintain a healthy diet can help them more than anything else we have talked about this episode. Having a support system can make any lifestyle change easier, and that includes maintaining a healthy diet. With you by their side, your loved one is more likely to stick to any diet changes they make rather than if they are doing it all by themselves. Make sure you are mindful of their dietary needs and restrictions whenever you have them over for dinner or going out to eat. Preparing foods they can eat is a good way to ensure that they are maintaining their diet and shows them that you care. Regular exercise is also a part of a well-balanced lifestyle. Going for walks, playing golf without a golf cart, and playing other games that require movement are all a great way to exercise and are a great way for your loved one to get some much-needed social interaction. Exercise can also help build up your loved one's appetite. If your loved one is having trouble with not feeling hungry, try getting them to go for a walk with you and see if they gain an appetite over time. But just going for a walk every now and then most likely won't increase their appetite, but daily walks may. If you're interested in learning even more about healthy eating for seniors, visit our YouTube channel where you can find our nutritional and dietary support for seniors playlist. So far, we've talked about healthy nutrition tips and kitchen safety tips for seniors, and we are constantly adding to our playlist and updating it, so make sure to check back often. If you or your loved one have questions about maintaining a healthy diet, contact their doctor or a nutritionist. They can give you an ample amount of resources and help you come up with a healthy eating plan. You should also check with your insurance provider. Many cover nutritional planning. We want to thank you for listening to the second episode of our 3-part mini-series, Nutritional Health for Seniors. Be on the lookout for the next installment in the series. And we want to say thank you for joining us here today at All Home Care Matters. All Home Care Matters is here for you and to help families as they navigate these long-term care issues. We invite you to please visit us at allhomecarematters.com, where there's a private, secure, fillable form where you can give us feedback, show ideas, or if you have questions. Every form is read and responded to. And please, if you know someone who could benefit from this episode, please make sure to share it with them. And remember, you can listen to the show on any of your favorite podcast streaming platforms and watch the show on our YouTube channel. Just make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. We look forward to seeing you next time on All Home Care Matters. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to you joining us again on another episode of All Home Care Matters. To learn more about the show and to connect with us, visit us at allhomecarematters.com.